I didn't know which direction to go in. And I've always done, my outfits and fashion and everything, which honestly got me through the last 2 years. Just posting on Instagram and traveling and fashion, to be honest, saved my life. My life became so stagnant. Dating life was terrible because dating in Miami is completely awful. I decided I was gonna move out of my apartment and I was gonna spend some time in New York. Sometimes you have to do stuff like that that's life-changing and scary, and you have to make a move. Otherwise, you're just going to be in the same position, unhappy for too long. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jasmine Tosh. If you're new here, I'm so happy you're here. And if you're coming back to my channel, thank you so much for coming back. I wanted to get into this vlog with you guys, and I was just sitting on my couch one day and I prayed and I asked God to guide me in the right direction. And then I got this idea to make this video for you guys and share my life on my channel and get more deep with you guys, really. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if you like the video or not. But I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how I like to manifest, how I get through hard days, how I stay positive, especially in these times. So I wanted to give you guys some tips and kind of get into that. I hope you get to know me more through this vlog, and I hope you get to see that I've created this life for myself through perseverance, hard work, not giving up on myself, believing in myself. And I hope you guys feel the same about your life as well, and not give up on yourself and keep chasing your dreams, because I have so many goals I haven't even reached yet, and I'm really hard on myself. And sometimes I just have to sit back, just realize how far I've come and just kind of reminisce on everything I've done and everything I've gone through in my life. So I'm here today to kind of give you guys some tips on personal things that happened in my life, and just my personal tips to help you guys hopefully manifest and get through those tougher days. So it is now March 2025, and the last 2 years of my life have actually been really hard. To be perfectly honest with you, my job and social media and YouTube pretty much saved my life. I had a tough 2 years. I kind of lost myself, lost passion for life. I used to be so inspired in my 20s, and I started my swimwear line and whatnot. But 2 years ago, I stopped my swimwear line, and I knew I wanted to create a new business. I just didn't know what it was. Now I know it's jewelry. I really want to do my own line. So I'm kind of working on that, but like high-end fine jewelry. That's really my passion. And I was passionate about swimwear in my early 20s because I modeled and I created my swimwear line basically because I wanted to create more Brazilian style swimsuits. It was hard to find them. We sold out of everything. I had a whole cute little collection called the Mariposa collection, which was butterflies and bright colors and neutrals. And the swimwear was made in Brazil. It honestly was one of the hardest things I had to do. It was really, I don't mind that it was time consuming, but it was very expensive. And it's, I lost the passion of designing swimwear after a few years. I started it in 2017 and I ended it in 2022. So I did it for a good amount of time, but I knew I wanted to move on with my life and start something else. I've always been an influencer, and I have my real estate license, so I do real estate in Florida for the last 6 years. So I think that my life got very stagnant, and I did move out of my Miami apartment and I moved farther north, and I thought I lived in Boca Raton for a little bit, and I was there. I became so confused on what I should be doing in life. I am single. My whole 20s I was in a relationship. So after I turned 30 in 2020, I was actually okay. I was fine, but then I think things started kind of going downhill at the beginning of 2023. After I'd moved out of my apartment, I was kind of lost. I didn't know what to do. I actually stopped making YouTube vlogs for a whole year. I didn't know which direction to go in. And I've always done, my outfits and fashion and everything, which honestly got me through the last 2 years. Just posting on Instagram and traveling and fashion, to be honest, saved my life because I was getting really sad. I think I don't know, I guess you can have a midlife crisis in your early 30s. I'm 34 now. So basically, when I was 32 and 33, I had to find myself again. And a lot of me finding myself was me to New York City and just throwing myself out there in the streets of New York and, you know, creating vlogs, YouTubing, going to events, doing photo shoots, making new friends. And I really had to kind of start over. I pretty much found myself in New York City, and that's how I realized how strong I am. That's how I realized what I really want to do. I would love to be a fashion icon. I would love to grow this channel and do collaborations. You know, one of my goals right now is to be one of those influencers who have like millions of followers and they're going to the shows at Paris Fashion Week for Dior and Chanel. I never went that direction in my career because I just didn't think I could do it, but now I know I can do it. And now that is like one of my goals, you know, like I want to be invited to the HERMES show in Paris. And not because I'm a customer, but because I'm an influencer and I want them to notice me. Same with Dior and Chanel. So those are my goals right now. But, you know, 2 years ago, when I was lost, you know, I was just driving around Miami and, you know, taking outfit pictures, but I was like, what do I really want to do? I had no idea what I really wanted to do. And now I know. I, you know, want to eventually be on TV. I would love a TV show regarding fashion or travel. It could possibly be a podcast, so we'll see where YouTube takes me with all that. I definitely know I'm going to start traveling to Europe more, so hopefully I can do more fashion week. I've always been a hard worker, but I've always stayed in my like comfort zone. So I have really pushed myself in the last few months, and in 2024 I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I've done so many things alone lately and it's just made me really strong. That's where I am right now. I'm so happy and so confident with my goals for my future. I've written down all of my goals and that's what I look at every morning, and I just see myself reaching those goals. Like I see myself at the Dior fashion show in Paris, you know, not impossible. I just have to keep going every day. I guess really what I'm trying to get at, there may be a point in your life where it becomes stagnant and you become a little confused on which direction to go. And that definitely happened to me. But when it happens to you, it is amazing because the universe is trying to redirect you into what your destiny is. You don't want to stay in the same place for too long in life. You want to keep evolving. And this was literally the last 2 years. Life was just freaking pushing me to my destiny because I think I got too comfortable. I had a beautiful condo in Miami. Well, I just sold it a few months ago, but I had a beautiful Range Rover. I would do girls' dinners. I would dress up, look fabulous. I would shoot outfit pictures during the day. But luckily, so, sorry, there's literally a siren going by. My life became so stagnant. You know, dating life was terrible because dating in Miami is completely awful. So I was just single, not really meeting anyone, kind of doing the same things every day, but in different places. I decided I was going to move out of my apartment and I was going to spend some time in New York. You know, sometimes you have to do stuff like that. That's you know, life-changing and scary, and you have to make a move. Otherwise, you're just going to be in the same position, unhappy for too long. You know, that's how people get depressed. And to be honest, like I told you, fashion saved my life because I could have been depressed. I could have given up. I could have settled. I could have married, you know, one of these awful guys that I went on a date with. I had the opportunities, but that is not what God had in store for me. That is not what the universe had in store for me. And you know what? I'm on a roll right now. So excited to see what the universe has in store for me because the anticipation is killing me. Like, I'm just like, okay, I learned all these lessons. I threw myself out there. I'm just a different person. I don't know. But yeah, so you just got to keep pushing yourself, you guys. Just don't live a sheltered life. You know, if you have goals, you have got to do something different in order to reach them, because if you do the same thing every day, you are not going to evolve. That's how I learned. We women are freaking unicorns. We are incredible. We can do it all. And if you don't believe that about yourself, that's the problem. You can do it all. You need to be in control of your own happiness. I used to rely on my relationships and the attention that I would get from my significant other to, you know, make me happy. So I have this like rising moon of like Leo or something like that. I don't know. I did a test a while back. I have a bit of Leo in me. I'm a Virgo. I'm very organized and I'm very Virgo, but I do have a little bit of Leo in me. I do like aesthetics and how I look and whatnot. So dressing good makes me feel good. But I also would be totally, you know, my happiness was dependent on how much attention I was getting from the person I was dating, and that is not healthy. You know, that was obviously years ago, but I'm totally not like that anymore. So anyways, my tip for women is always believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. You know, people can tell when you're not confident. Confidence is everything. I don't care what you look like. I don't care who you are. Be confident, because it changes your energy and your aura, and people respect confident people. Not cocky, confident. So that's a huge thing. My whole teenage adolescence, I was not confident and I got picked on, and it affected me a lot. I got picked on because I was so skinny. So more on that probably later in the video. If you're not at your weight goal, if you don't have your nose job yet, if that's what you want, or if you don't have the right hair color, if you want to change something about yourself, you can still be confident until then. You can find things about yourself that you love, you know, otherwise your life is just literally going to be like, I'll be happy when I have a new car. I'll be happy when I lose 100 pounds. So not only should you believe in yourself, you should tell yourself good things every day. You need to like look in the mirror and be like, wow, your eyes are really beautiful, or my hair looks amazing today, or, you know, like I ran on the treadmill yesterday. It's really showing. I'm very proud of myself. Like, even if it's small, you know, just literally tell yourself something good every day and you will see how your happiness increases. It starts with that. It starts with the love for yourself. Self-love. I don't care if you're married or single. That is one thing I do know, is that it all starts with self-love. You have to love yourself. You know, like I don't like my feet. My arms are so skinny. I don't care. You know, there are other things about myself. I love my jawline. I love my stomach. You know, there are other things about myself that I love. I like my eyelashes. They're so long. I don't have to do extensions. You have to find stuff about yourself that you love. Also, another big thing is like, if you want to do your hair a certain way, if you want to live somewhere, do it. Okay. A lot of times people are afraid to make those changes and those moves, but those are the things that are going to change your life for the better. Those are the things that will make you happy. Once you step out of your comfort zone, everything is going to fall into place. Moving to a new city is very extreme, but for example, if you want to trade in your car, if you want to start doing Pilates, start a cooking class, if you want to start learning a new language, you know, these are all things that you can do. Just start it. Actually, I'm delaying starting French classes. I really want to learn French. I just haven't had a chance to sign up yet, but that's something I want to do. So I'm really pushing myself to do it and to learn French. I would love to learn French by the end of the year, so we shall see. I am grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for whoever's watching this video, whoever comes back to my channel. You're helping me grow my channel, and I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, truly. I'm so grateful for Louie. I'm so grateful for my friends, my family. I'm so grateful for where I live, my house in West Palm Beach. I'm so grateful that I can wake up and see huge monarch butterflies in my backyard every single morning, all day. They just float around. They're enormous. I love nature, so I love stuff like that. I see so many different kinds of birds back there. I'm so grateful for just those little things, you know, just to wake up every day here in my home and you know, have some stability in my life and to keep pushing myself every day. I wake up, have coffee, and I have a to-do list, and I make sure I get least 90% of that to-do list done. So I really push myself, but I don't overwork myself. That's very important. Never overwork yourself because that leads to stress. Stress is not good. Very grateful for this YouTube channel. Like I said, fashion saved my life. Every day when I wake up, I say, thank you, God, for another day of life. It's just something simple like that. Just simple gratitude goes a long way, you guys. So a normal day for me, it literally varies. I have days where I have to work from home for hours and hours. When I edit a YouTube video, it could take 5 to 7 hours depending on how long the video is. And I edit my own videos, so it takes a while, not gonna lie, but totally worth it. And it's my passion. You know, I actually have been told I should be a director, how I edit and I see the vision and I make it happen. And so, yeah, maybe in another life I was a director, a movie director, who knows. I usually on Sundays style my outfits for the week because I get so many clothing from brands in the mail. I like to plan out my outfits for sure. I'll hang them in my wardrobe, and depending on the event, I have an outfit per event. And you know, some days I'll be at events, some days I'll do photo shoots. I'll just be vlogging YouTube. Some days I'm traveling, you know, I'll be in a totally different city. So I am pretty much shooting content probably 5 days out of the week. When I do have a client for real estate, you know, my day is dedicated to that. So it literally differs. Every day is different, which I wouldn't have it any other way because you never know who you're going to meet while you're out. I meet a lot of people in the fashion industry and I absolutely love what I do. So I'll keep this pretty short and quick. I modeled when I was a teenager and I did it in my early 20s. Instagram became popular around when I started my influencing career, so 2013. I started my blog, which was actually called Jasmine Tosh Fashion back then, November 2013. So I've since changed my blog's name to Jasmine Tosh lately, as you can see. And so basically, long story short, I quit modeling. I was modeling in New York, back and forth from Miami and New York. And basically, I have always documented my outfits by taking like professional photos, even back then. And then I just started posting them. So I kind of made myself an influencer without knowing it. And I've always gotten compliments on my style. And especially in New York, I would go in the streets of New York, and me and my boyfriend at the time would just take photos. And you know, I didn't really have many designer things back then, but I got so many like praises and I just got so inspired to start my own blog. So I would put all of my outfit pictures from that look. It would be like a mini magazine type of photo shoot onto my blog. And then brands started noticing. Like, for example, one of the biggest celebrities to post me was Kim Kardashian. So her sister started a line and it was called Kardashian Collection, and I think it was at like Sears or something. So their PR sent me a few outfits. It was like a huge deal for me. I hired a makeup artist to do my makeup that day. We had a professional camera, so all of my photos were always professional, and that really helped. But Kim Kardashian reposted me. If I can find that, I'll pop it up here. She reposted me on her blog, which I'm sure received tons of views, especially back then. She also posted me on her Instagram. I don't know if Courtney or Chloe reposted me. I don't really remember. I think maybe Chloe might have. It was so long ago. It had only been a few months into my influencing career that these like PR brands just noticed me and they started sending me free clothing. And then as a few more months went on, you know, I worked with Kelly Osbourne. She had a clothing line. I worked with like Sofia Vergara, doing beauty stuff and just like, you know, celebrity brands. And then I started doing other brands that you see in like Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus. And they just all started reaching out to me, including department stores. I think one day a brand was like, Jasmine, what do you charge? This was like 2014, guys. So, you know, I was completely new to this. So one of the brands asked me, they were like, Jasmine, what do you charge for an Instagram post? And I was like, charge? Like, and I was like, what's a media kit? So I literally made up a number. I think it was only like probably $300 back then. maybe like 500 at the most. They paid me, and then I had to turn it into a business for myself, like an LLC, because you know, when you file your taxes and you're making money, you have to have something, you know. So I had to turn my name into an LLC because all of these brands, I started charging them, and I was like, I can do 3 posts for you for this amount of money. And I actually made way more money, like triple the amount I would make modeling in New York. You know, in New York, I would stand at a photo shoot for 7 hours, and I would only make like $450 back then. And it was just, and you would go on all these castings. I went to like Abercrombie's casting, you know, Tommy Hilfiger, and you spend so much time going to these castings hoping you will book the photo shoot. When, you know, compared to being an influencer, and you can charge the same brands, you know, the amount you want to make for posting and shooting it and posting it on your Instagram. So I will say that it started getting really fun when I started making money. I started, you know, I was able to create a savings account and actually have money to shop. You know, when you're modeling, you're like usually a struggling model, you know, unless you're Kendall Jenner or Bella Hadid. So I was just so happy to start making more money. And also the traveling started. So when you're an influencer, you can get hotel collaborations, and basically I would just travel to the coolest places I would never think I would travel to ever. Like, for example, when you know, my first time in London. Now, London's one of my favorite cities. I love going there. I'm going there soon this year. So one of the coolest places I've ever been to was my Dubai Abu Dhabi trip, and I did this when I was like 25 years old, and the Ritz-Carlton hosted me in both cities. Room upgrades, and you know, all of the food is free, so you're eating steaks and drinking wine, and it's all completely free. You know, you post about it, and you enjoy it. It's such a great, it's like a vacation, but it is hard work because you constantly have to make videos. You constantly have to make sure you're photographing everything, which is my passion. I don't mind it at all. I have so much fun on these trips. Like, I would never be able to travel the world till this day without my blog, without my Instagram, without my brand. So I'm very grateful for that. Other coolest things that I've ever done, and we've done this twice, was when Revolve flew influencers out to LA during Coachella, and then they would have us in LA for a night. They would do a whole event, like a party or gala or whatever they would do. It was so fun. And they would do an event, and then they would dress us for Coachella. Like, so you would have outfits for like 5 days. Okay, Coachella is only like 2 days. And so we'd have all these outfits. Then they took us on these like buses to go out to Coachella. Then they rented out a whole hotel, and it was called Revolve Hotel. They renamed it for Coachella for photo purposes and everything. And it was just like, you know, so cool. When we walked into our rooms, we would have like all these like, oh my God, it was amazing. All these like beauty products on the bed. There would be like clothing hanging in the room, be, you know, food. It was all like partnerships that Revolve had, like brands they partnered with, and we would get gifted all of those items. It was just amazing, you know. So that was back in like 2017, 2018. Before COVID, it was so much better. It's a little different now because brands have more of like budgets, perks of the job, or trips like that. Seriously. If I weren't an influencer, I would definitely want to be a gemologist. I love jewelry. I love gemstones. I love the history of gemstones. For example, tanzanite is one of my favorite gemstones. I love emeralds. I don't know if you guys noticed in my my travel vlogs, but whenever I pass by Graf or Harry Winston or Cartier, I always film jewelry, especially the yellow diamonds. Oh my God, yellow diamonds are probably my favorite gemstone of them all. Fancy yellow diamonds are just my calling. They're my destiny. I know I'll have one day when I'm engaged. And like I've said earlier in this video, I definitely want to have my own jewelry line. And I'm doing so much research. And I hope you guys are enjoying the jewelry I wear in these vlogs, because I am so passionate about jewelry. For example, right now I'm wearing this beautiful London blue topaz ring. And it has blue diamonds on the side. I just got it, and it has white diamonds. Pave white diamonds around the blue stone. London blue topaz, it takes 4 years for them to color, for this topaz to get this color. It is a man-made color, so it's topaz, and London blue topaz is the blue that they make it. So yes. Ooh, okay, this is a very good question. So I'm a morning person and I'm typically very happy, but I do have days where I'm feeling down. I do have hard days every once in a while. And how I get through those days is by looking to the future, planning for my future, focus on my goals. I imagine myself living out those goals. Like, for example, I just told you I want a yellow diamond engagement ring. Well, I know I'm going to have it one day when I meet the right man, and I know that's the ring that I will have. So I look towards the future, vision myself with that yellow diamond engagement ring in the car driving with my husband. Now I'm manifesting that. So I look to things that I want in the future and I imagine having those things, and it brings me back to, like, you know, when you're sad, you guys, it's nothing is permanent. It's temporary. So you have to think outside of that sad bubble. And I know it's really hard to sometimes, but it's the only way to become happy again, truly, is to bring yourself out of that bubble of sadness. You have to see something brighter in the future. Like, for example, what makes me sad? Okay, I feel like I'm in a therapy session right now. It's crazy. I'm getting really deep with you guys. I'm 34 years old now. I have never been married and I do not have children. Do I want to be married? Absolutely. I would have been married 10 years ago if I could have been, you know. Do I want to be a mom? Absolutely. I literally have videos of me unboxing kids' clothes that I bought at TJ Maxx for my future daughter, okay? So I get really sad sometimes because a lot of my friends are married with children, and you know, I see people I know getting engaged like every day. Or, you know, you open Instagram and someone's pregnant or having a baby. Those are things that I want. I have not found the right person to do that with yet, but if I stay positive, I know I'm manifesting him into my life. Like, he's on his way to me. If I, you know, dwell on it and get depressed and say, you know, I'm never going to meet the right one, what's wrong with me, which is what I do sometimes, you know, I'm trying to stop doing that. So now I'm, you know, whenever I have a negative thought, I just try to think of something positive, you know, bring myself out of that funk. And it's easier said than done, but it works. You will be 100% happier, you guys, if you do this. I just saw another influencer get engaged the other day, and it made me really sad because, you know, I'm still single. I don't have any children. So I had to lift myself up again and think, well, you know what? I'm happy for her, but when I get engaged, I am going to have a beautiful yellow diamond on my finger. I'm going to be with the right guy, not the guy, you know, who just wanted to be with me when he wasn't really the one. You know, I could have settled, but I'm going to be so happy that I did not settle, and I'm going to have a beautiful child, and everything is going to make sense when it happens, and it's going to be, the light just came out, you guys. See, the sun just shined through when I said these words. I know everything is going to happen in divine timing, and what's meant for me is going to be meant for me at the right time. You know, I'm not going to force something that is not right for me, and that really helps me get through bad days. I also have these pink quartz hearts. Say, like, if you put pink quartz out, you attract a lot of love. Just don't forget, it starts with self-love. I know I'm not married, but I will tell you that self-love is everything. You cannot be happy without it. Never let anyone determine your happiness for you, because I don't care if you're married or not. You're just not going to be happy if you're dependent on someone else to, you know, make you happy. Find it yourself. And that's what I for sure know from this life journey I've been on. Side and being in the sun, even when it was cold in New York, as soon as I felt the sun on my skin, it just made me so much happier. You know, I'm a nature person. I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. And being outside makes me very happy. That's why I have a really cute terrace back here behind me. Because it truly makes me happy being outdoors. Even if it's just for a few minutes a day, there's really no excuse outside. Just feel the sun on your skin on your lunch break, in the morning, when the sun is going down, whatever time of day it is. Listening to my favorite music really helps me, brings me back to positive vibrations and it keeps me positive. Coffee does too. Eating foods that I love makes me happy. If there's something you want and you can afford it, definitely treat yourself. And just do things that make you happy, guys. Those are things that center me and bring me back to being happy. You can't live your life thinking I'll be happy when, because I used to think like that. I used to think, oh, when I sell a $6 million house, I'll be happy because I'll get that commission. No, you have to be happy first. So I have to mention this. You have to start removing negative people out of your life because they drain your energy, they drain your positive energy, they drain your positive thinking, they distract you from your goals and the belief you have for yourself. Especially like jealous people, you cannot focus on your goals and be surrounded by people or someone who is jealous of you. It will change your confidence, it will block your manifestations. You will start having blockages because these negative people are creating them for you. I'm a homebody. I tend to stay home. I can stay home for 2 days at a time and not talk to anybody. It really helps me recharge. That is a big help with how I get so much work done every day. I can pack a ton of things into one day if I stay home and work from home all day. First, I walk Louie outside. We go on walks. I sit outside. I'm in nature. I'm still like maybe picking up food, but I'm not socializing. I am pretty much protecting my energy too. I'm recharging myself. It helps with stress. Just be by yourself for a little bit. I've also noticed in life a big reason why people cannot reach their goals or manifest or evolve in life is because they are stuck on the past. And I know a lot of people like that. I kind of have to distance myself from them because I don't want to get caught up in that energy. Straight to the point. So basically, I went to 5 different high schools growing up. That's crazy because there's only 4 years in high school. My mom moved us around a lot. She was a single mom. I guess you could say we were poor. I come from nothing, you guys. Mom always worked like 2 jobs, but we moved around a lot. I even went to high school in like Las Vegas. I went to high school in Northern Virginia. I absolutely hated high school. It was probably the worst experience for me. That is actually what made me grow in life. I could sit here and say, boo-hoo, poor me. I always had to start over every year. I just always had to make new friends. I always got teased for being too skinny. I could sit here today and cry about it and say, I could sit here and cry about my life. Everybody can do that. Everybody can sit down and cry about their life because we all have problems. Those problems are exactly what forms you and builds your confidence. It builds you. If you didn't have those problems and everything was perfect, you would be doing absolutely nothing in life. You really wouldn't. You wouldn't be growing. You wouldn't be happy. You would be lost probably. And nothing is perfect. Perfection does not exist. I just have to distance myself from people who still live in the past. They blame all their problems on their parents or how they were raised. I'm an only child. I could be like a drug addict right now, moving around my entire life, not really having a home or like friends. I learned from all of it and I stayed optimistic and I have just always looked to the future. That's how I survived, my childhood, basically. I was always alone because my mom was always working, which is great, but I was always alone. I had no brothers or sisters, so I always had to kind of like teach myself things and I was just always alone. And I kind of still am like, it's just natural for me to just be alone. I'm in between introvert and extrovert though, because I could be the life of the party, but I am also an introvert and get through anything, you guys. That's what I've learned in life. Let your struggles empower you. When I went to 5 different high schools and had to restart every year of high school, make new friends, be a loner, figure out where everything was in the school, that's hard for a teenager. But that built me into being a strong person today. I feel like I can talk to literally anybody. I could walk up to the President of the United States. I could walk up to anyone and just start talking to them and not be afraid, because that built me into becoming a more confident person. Also, I just want to let you guys know, I never went to college. After I graduated high school, I was actually only 17, just moved out of my mom's house, and before I was even 18, I didn't even tell her, and I just went to LA to pursue my modeling and acting career. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew the industry I wanted to be in. And I wanted to see where it would take me. So I'm actually very grateful I never went to college. I literally grew up in the real world. From LA, I went to Miami. Miami, I went to New York, back and forth from Miami to New York. I never would have done these things if I had went to college and then got a job and stayed where I graduated high school or wherever. Like, I would not have grown the way I grew in life and built my brand. So good at networking because of how I grew up. I'm not saying that's the way for everybody, but I'm saying it definitely built me. I took my struggles in life and the hardships as a teenager and turned it into, how can I get to LA and sign with modeling agencies so I can start working and being in magazines and making my own money? That's because that's what I wanted to do at the time. And so I did it. That's exactly what I did. Making new friends every year in high schools and being around mean kids who teased me in 5 different high schools around the United States really built my character and my self-esteem. I had a girl when I was in high school in Las Vegas. She didn't even know me. She hated me so much that she would spit on me in the cafeteria. Like, this is a girl who's probably in jail now, but like, it was disgusting. She would just start spitting on me. That is so trashy and disgusting. I think that she was just so intimidated by me. That's how she lived her life, and that's how she expressed her feelings. I think she ended up getting expelled. She was a very problematic student, but these are things that just kind of shaped me, and now I can deal with crazy people all the time. I avoid them, but if anyone approaches me and they're crazy, I know how to handle it. Okay guys, I actually wrote down notes for this. I have given you a few pointers in this video on how I manifest already, but I'll summarize it up for you guys because it's very easy. The first thing is just gratitude. Wake up every day and be thankful. Thank God for another day of life. It's as simple as that. Be thankful for the coffee in your fridge, the water you have in your house to drink, ladies, the makeup products you have, to make yourself feel more confident. You put on your makeup every day. Those are just little things, that you should be grateful for. Having a car, I don't even have a car right now because I'm in the process of looking for one. If you have a car, that's amazing. Be very grateful for that, because taking Ubers a lot is a pain in the ass sometimes. You have to deal with other people's driving and the smells of their cars. It's a lot. Always remember, someone has it harder than you. Someone would love to live in the house that you live in, the apartment that you live in. They would love to sleep on the couch you sleep on or the bed you sleep in. There's always someone who wants what you have because they're in a worse situation. Just please remember that. Stop complaining in life. You have to seriously think when something bad happens to you, and I've automatically trained myself to do this. It may be hard at first, but for those who can't do this, that may be why you are struggling so much in life. If something bad happens to you, you have to think, not, why is this happening to me? Of course I'm stuck in traffic. Of course it's raining on the day I have a photo shoot. Of course no, you have to think, well, what is this teaching me? And once you learn that lesson, you guys, it's not even gonna matter why it's raining. You're gonna get like a raise or something amazing is going to happen to you. Once the universe sees that you've learned that lesson, you are going to, oh my God, the progress in your life is just going to be so amazing. So that's really hard to teach yourself that, but I'm telling you, you guys, it works. You'll start to see blessings pour in with just those 2 tips right there. My third tip, and I'll just stop it there because it's a lot to process. My third thing is, imagine you already have it. Imagine you're already there. For example, I am a fashion influencer, you guys. For example, I need new shoe shelves to display all of my shoes and bags, okay? It is pretty expensive, so I'm manifesting something that I can afford right now. And I'm already envisioning my shoes on the shelves in a color, some kind of rainbow color order, neutrals are together, etc. I'm already envisioning that in my bedroom right now, and I know that those shelves are going to be there in like 2 weeks because I'm manifesting it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have it in my calendar. I'm going to order it. It's going to happen. You have to imagine yourself already having it, but you have to truly, truly, truly believe that you have it. I want to be a self-made millionaire. If I put that out in the universe, write it down, and I wake up every day and I say, I'm a millionaire, which I will be soon. You have to literally say already, I am a millionaire. And you can't worry about money while you're manifesting, because the worry just knocks out the manifesting and puts money blockages up for you. You don't want blockages. And easier said than done, but if you truly believe you're a millionaire, you're going to be a millionaire. I know I'm going to be a millionaire. And there are steps to take to get there. You can't just manifest and assume you're going to have it. You have to work towards it. You have to do something to work towards that. I'm doing this YouTube channel. I'm monetizing here, my time into these videos. I can make money and it can go back into my work. You know what I mean? I'm going to be a millionaire. I already know it. Oh, I'm also manifesting a Birkin this year. I've never owned a Birkin before. Yes, I could have easily bought one used. I don't want a used Birkin for my first Birkin. I want it to be special. I want to be offered a Birkin by Hermes, another thing I'm manifesting. I'm not worried about when people say you have to spend 20 grand in the store on blankets and plates to get a Birkin. I'm manifesting that. I'm going to walk in there, and it could be in Europe, but I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to look fabulous, and I'm going to be offered a Birkin, and I'm going to get a Birkin. I already know it. And self-doubt. There's no self-doubt there because I know it's going to happen already. I truly believe that. I know it's going to happen. The universe has my back. In 5 years, I hope that I am married with at least one kid, and I hope that I have my high-end fine jewelry line by then. And I hope that I have gotten married in Lake Como, because that's where I want to get married. And I hope I'm living in New York or London, two of my favorite cities in the world. So we shall see. Those are a lot of goals for 5 years. I believe if I work hard and manifest, I can reach those goals in 5 years. Guys, I kind of wanted to end this vlog with words that you could either write down or screenshot for affirmations to help manifest money into your life. Say this every day. Hold on, I gotta find it. Say it with me, guys. Everything I want is on its way to me. Everything I need is already within me. Money flows to me easily. My wallet is never empty. Say those words every day, believe in them, and I guarantee your life will change. Thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you got to know me a little bit better, and I hope you got some really helpful tips from me. If you enjoyed this vlog, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to make another vlog like this. It's been like a therapy session. I've truly enjoyed it. Here's to finding love. Here's to making money. Here's to having self-love and confidence. I love you guys. Say those words every day. Believe in them. Be grateful. Your whole life will change for the better.